Hey guys, Double Jack here. First of all, I want to say a big apology to you guys. There are, I do get a couple of hundred views on these, and I think it's. I just want to say thank you very much for that. It means a lot. I love doing this, and I'm loving that you guys are watching this. Sorry about this as well. It's really hot here in Japan tonight. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to apologise for that. Also, I just want to say I've hit over 500 subscribers. My hair's really weird there. I've hit over 500 subscribers, and I want to do something to say thank you to you guys for subbing, and for the people that continue to sub every day. I have at least 1 or 2 subs. That's fine. That makes me happy. So I want to give something back to you. I can't say much, but I'm going to try and do the video maybe this weekend or something like that. I've got a very busy weekend. I've got work and I've got a test to do, and yeah. So anyway, let's move on for this, shall we? And I'll talk about that later. So as always, I've got my notes and I've got my book, which is the pocket edition number 10 of Stardust Crusaders. So let's get on with it. So it starts off right after the Wheel of Fortune battle, which is not in the manga by the way, where it shows Jotaro actually getting his school school coat rather, like recreated in an Indian shop kind of thing. And I thought that was pretty cool because it's not in the book, it's not in the manga at all, and it's never talked about in any way or form. And so they just came up with, yeah, this is what it is, blah 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 blah. And I thought, oh, that's awesome, it's pretty cool. I do like that. Um, some other things as well they added, which was Anne. And with the Anne thing, she was getting on the plane, and she's basically like, I don't want to go. It's like, you got to go back to your mother. It's like, I don't want to, like that. And then she gets on a plane, she drives off, she's like, oh, I guess that's cool, whatever. And you just see like Jotaro walk like literally near enough right past the plane, like the plane's like that, and he's like that. What about that? I thought it was fucking weird. But yeah, basically he's like, and then she's like, oh Jotaro, I'm cheering for you. Good luck. Help your mother. Yeah, like that and stuff. It's cool. They added that because in the manga it's literally like you gotta go home and then boom, that's it. The bit that's actually next in here, as I said before, it's the Enya part where she's crying over her son being killed, and she's like, I'm justice, I'm going to get revenge, blah, blah, blah. They showed it already, so, that's just one of those things where they changed it around a little bit, which is pretty cool. So that's all that for the beginning. Then it goes into the commercials, which has the normal stuff, which is like, I'll buy the Blu-ray and DVD of JoJo. Stardust Crusaders, which comes with 4 episodes. If you get the Blu-ray one, you always get a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I'll get into more of that in the future when I do more episodes that I'm planning to do. Then it goes into like the Medicos new Stone Free Medicos figure. Medicos have 2 things. There's Statue Legend, which are just the statues, so it's in a pose on the Medicos ones. Where they call them basically, they're shortened to Chorka, and Chorka is basically the ones that are very, like, you can move them around and stuff very well. I used to have a few, but then I don't anymore because I prefer collecting the books and the special things rather than figures, because there's so many to collect. But the figures, there's only one figure that I'm going to buy, or maybe 2, and that's if they release a President Valentine figure and a D4C figure. I don't mind just having Valentine because he's one of my favourites. I'm contemplating Diavolo as well, and King Crimson. They're releasing a new special edition of King Crimson. That's going to be very pricey, but I will see. Anyway, I'm going off track as I always do. But anyway, it comes back like that, and then it skips something which I'll show you, which is later on. It's basically everything is exactly the same until this point. So like I always say, there's this part here where basically, I don't know what, I think they just cut it for time, where Polnareff's like, he just comes in, he's like, wow, he's like, wow, this town's really weird, it's got this really kind of weird essence. I'm not getting trampled by all these guys trying to sell me shit, and they cut that little bit out. It's not a bad thing, they just kind of come in and says one thing, which is basically, this place is really weird. So I keep playing with my hair, because I'm one of those guys who's like, oh, my hair must look very good. That'll do. So yeah, basically, apparently not, because I keep moving it. It's not like I'm anything. So anyway, yeah, that's that. So basically, everything's the same. Even him, when he comes in and says Assalamu and alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry if I butchered that. But yeah, basically he says that, and the guy just says close, and then pisses off back. I'm like, That's all cool. Everything's not changed there. When they go to the guy, so that's one thing I always thought was weird, and it's not changed from the manga, which I'll show you, because nothing is still not changed from the manga. Where is it? I do apologize. The bits where they like take his like clothes off, as they takes the clothes off, and he has all these holes over him. Now in the manga and the anime, they say it's about his things, his holes are about the size. Oh, got a little bit of my hair there, my underarm hair. Stop it. Anyway, it says that the holes on his body are the size of a 10 yen coin. This is a 10 yen coin. Okay, this is a 10 yen coin, so it would be like, you know, like that, right? Like that. I understand. I'm not trying to be perfect. I know I probably sound like that. I don't really give a shit. It's just funny. It's just something I noticed, and it's just like when you look at that. I have a feeling they're not like the size of a Juin coin. I mean, look. I would say, I don't know, whatever. Japanese coins are pretty small. I would say it's a 500 yen coin. I don't have a 500 yen coin on me, sorry. But yeah, they're about that big. That makes much more sense in my opinion. But I'm not trying to say anything. That's just me having a bit of a laugh. I'm not serious about that. I just thought it was weird the first time and stuff. Yeah, so everything's all the same. Then it comes to the bit where Joseph, when he jumps over his Jeep, and when he jumps over his Jeep, turns out he wasn't jumping on a Jeep, and he jumps over something, and it's got the spikes. What do you call it? Like a spiked fence kind of thing. It's got a spiked fence like that, and then there's a part where he jumps over it. And in the manga, if I show you, you know, because you've seen it, but it's like that. Like that's how close he gets, and then he fires off Hermit Purple, like that. And he latches on, and he's like, you know, he's very, very close. Well, it's really weird because it's really well done, by the way. That was really cool as well, the way he did it. But to make it more action kind of thing, the spike's up there, and he's like, he's literally like, Hermit Purple. And you're like, no, we should be dead. But, you know, then again, what am I complaining about? I mean, you know, everybody in the Dragon Ball universe would be dead if the episodes were that long. You know, if the battles were that long, they would die of old age eventually. Please don't try to read more into that, because it's 1 in the morning, and I'm very tired. But I'm also on a hype, because like every time I watch JoJo, I'm just like, I'm about to cough. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, nothing changes from there. Then it goes into another commercial, and the commercial is about the original soundtrack, which is about 2,500 yen plus tax. Trying to say like Japan's tax has gone up now. Since about a month ago or so, and there's one thing I don't like, and that's when they put a price on things and then they put in small things plus tax. I don't really like that. Japan never used to do it, and now recently they're doing it a lot, with a lot more stores are doing that way. So if I find a game, for example, and I'm like, oh shit, wow, this is really cheap here, I want to get it, and it's like 2,000 yen. I'm like, yeah, 2,000 yen, and I don't really, it says plus tax, and if I take them, it's like 2,800. It's, you know, I could use that 800 for lunch. I'm just saying. I'm a little bit stingy when it comes to games. Not with JoJo stuff, no way. I mean, look at that, and that's not even half of it. That's less than that's more than half. It's less than half. Whatever one's more. My mind's all working. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. Basically, that happens. 2,500 yen plus tax for the OST, which is pretty cool. Then when it comes back, the returning stand when it always comes back from the commercials is Hermit Purple again. Because well, they can't really do that many now, can they? So yeah, I just think it's cool. Then it shows something kind of new. It's because like when they meet her, you know, it's basically all the same where it's laughing, and Polnareff's kind of like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't say you're very old. I would say you're at least, you know, 40. I would like to date you. And she's like, ha ha ha, and she's like, I'm fucking, I'm gonna put your head in the toilet and do poopies. I wouldn't put it past anything. But anyway, yeah. Then they add something different, because what happens is, after she gets all pissed off with her and Polnareff laughing, it goes straight into Whole Horse coming in. But the thing is that Whole Horse, he does come in, of course. But in this one, it actually shows the first part where Jotaro's signing the guest book kind of thing. Then you got basically Polnareff goes into his bedroom, jumps in his bed, and goes, "This is a weird town." Then you got a TV that's not working properly, and then they're all smacking it, and Jotaro's just standing in the background, and you get you got Joseph like, "Hermit Purple won't be able to fix this." And then Polnareff comes in and goes, "I need to go to the toilet. Where's the toilet?" And they're like, "I don't know, it's probably one outside. Must be, it's a hotel." And he's like, oh yeah, and then he goes out. That was added, and I felt that wasn't really needed. It was like that was one of the not so that was really not needed in my opinion. I mean, it didn't add anything at all. Just kind of like I don't know. It just didn't add much, to be honest. Like the first bits where you see Johto get his coat. To be honest, that wasn't needed, but it was pretty funny and pretty cool. Same with Anne going bye bye, What am I, two? But anyway, basically when she goes, that was kind of needed because in the manga it's basically like you gotta go home and then boom, she's gone. That's it, she's gone. By the way, Anne went home. But they updated it in the anime, so it's a little bit longer, which is cool. So yeah, and then basically yeah, the whole horse mini fight. I love it because they did it justice. I see what I did there. I see what I did. I didn't even mean to do that. That's just all this sleepy little noggin right here. But anyway, it goes up to whole horse and he does the bit where stabs him in the wrist like that, and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing, you crazy bitch?" Well, it doesn't say that, but I would imagine that was what they would probably put it into, like the dubbed animators coming up soon. Anyway, back to the story. So what happened basically is when they do it and he stabs him like that, and then basically she says like, "Oh, you've heard I've got my stand justice, but you've never seen it, experience it." And then, you know, the whole goes but it's really cool because I'll show you this because it makes me smile. So when after she stabs him and she does that, right, you see his hand like that, you know, it bursts the hole out like that. But the thing is though, if you've noticed before, as you have noticed, he wears a wrist guard, whereas in this, you do see it like rip here, so you're like, oh, okay, sorry that. But the way they do it on the anime, it made me smile a little bit because he's like oh, like that, and it goes and just flies towards the screen. I mean, it probably did break, but when I was watching, I was like, because I thought it was funny. All of that's basically the same, as no changes. It's even got justice there like that. Always doing that. Puts his hand in his mouth. Now, the thing I thought was really cool, the bit when he summons Emperor, he's like, "Emperor," like that. And he's like, yeah, he gets it like this, "Emperor, I'm gonna," like that. The way he does it, he's like, "What?" That was awesome. I love that. I was just saying like that. Like that. I don't know. I wasn't exactly like that. So I'll probably be dead by now. But yeah, basically, and then she does that, and you think, oh my god, whole horse is dead. Now this is where it ends. So this chapter, which is actually called Justice Part 4, in this, that doesn't mean there's going to be 4 chapters. There's probably going to be 2 chapters, because this one covered chapter Justice 1, Justice 2, Justice 3, and this is the beginning, Justice 4. Okay, so basically, by the way, I really like this picture, and I do have a colour version of it as well, from a Jump that I collected. Just because it's got all of them, plus Whole Horse, and I really like Whole Horse, so it makes it look like he's part of the main team. And yeah, then as I've got my bookmark, one of my bookmarks there, and basically it ends with this, where they're like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I'm just going to go downstairs, if you need me, call me," and then she's like, "Polnareff," and then that's where the episode ends. Then the next episode, episode 15, is of course called Justice Part 2. Like I said, start from the beginning. The very original 2 scenes are very helpful. They were really well done. I thought that was great. Where they showed the extra bit where Johto got his clothes, I thought that was funny. Not needed, but funny. The Anne part going home was definitely needed. I thought it was a good addition. The bit with Enya, like it was shown before, no problem there. Of course, no problem for anyone really. Some bits are really well done. The little fight between Whole Horse and Enya was pretty cool. When I say fight, it's not really a fight. It's just like stab, 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 stab. Here's my stance, like that. Really thought that was a good episode. I've not missed an episode yet, and I've missed an episode doing this, but yeah, I'll be back on track, I promise, next week, the week after, until at least this half is done. Yeah, that's great. Great episode, amazing. If I had to put it into like an out of 10, probably give it a 7 out of 10. It was a really good episode. The amazing ones are ones that literally just make me like for like the whole 25 minutes without my hair going like this. yeah, so that was a great episode. Minor things I want to talk about, like I said before. 500. I've reached 500 subscribers. I know that's nothing to most people on YouTube, but to me, everything I'm pouring as much as I can into this. I know recently I haven't been doing much, and I do apologize, but I'm back on track. Um, I'm going to be doing a lot more on Twitter. I do Twitter things on and off, but recently I've been really going for Twitter stuff. So when I find new stuff, I know that people. I've got a lot of JoJo stuff, and I wanted to do a JoJo, some more like a JoJo goodies part two because I've got so much to show. But I didn't get many views and many likes and comments and stuff. And I know I want to do it personally, but it's just the fact I want people to check this out because then they can check out Amazon and look, oh, if they come to Japan they can look around and stuff. Um, yeah, but basically it means a lot anyway. Even if you watch these vlogs with my stupid face here while I've got these written down notes showing you the manga and stuff and my views, that really makes me happy. I've got loads of goodies, but if you don't want me to do that, follow me on Twitter because I just basically, oh, I've just bought this, oh, it was this price, I got it here, and I also do random gaming news, like as soon as it's out like that on the internet in Japanese, I'll be like, boom, up on my Twitter, translated. So they're like, oh, this new game come out that's related to, it's a One Piece. There's a One Piece dancing game on the iPhones, on tablets and stuff like that. But let's say, oh, it's there's gonna be a new character. They're gonna add Jotaro in it for some strange reason. I don't know why. I'll be like that. Other stuff as well. So yeah, if you could, that'd be brilliant. Everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'm still going to be doing next episode, so tune in to next week's episode, a review / summary thing. Thank you again. Take care, and I'll see you. Bye. See you. Bye.